Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and with this video, I'll be discussing my thoughts on episode 4 of the anime series, Scorching Ping Pong Girls. And we have the captain coming back into the fray, the team captain. And much as I speculated, she is not to be trifled with. She apparently can hold her own against two, table tennis robots at the same time. And effectively, we find that she's kind of like sleepy, kind of bored with it, unless there's like a really representative challenge to the whole effect. And that's interesting to me because she's so sort of borderline pervy and fetishistic. Kiruka, the team captain, she's been away because of a foot injury. And now she's back, and we find even some of the first years have never even met her. They were completely oblivious to the fact that she should be the top spot and sort of the team ace, I guess. And in her absence, Agati has climbed those rungs and taken that spot. And I really love, sort of holding over from the last episode, we see that she and Coyote are still going back and forth and playing each other, and they're very well matched. Agati is now sort of reclaimed the top spot, and, some of the characters are a little bit worried that maybe Coyote is slipping because she hasn't won in like 3 games, and she's just really loving the playing. She's having fun with it. That's her whole motif. And whereas Agati, she's perfecting her craft. And I like, as again I speculated, basically both girls are bringing the best out in each other in these matchups. But lo and behold, once the Captain Kiruka comes back, well, all hell's going to break loose because she's going to challenge every single girl in this entire tennis club, and she's effectively wiping the floor with everybody. And sort of the stipulation, all they need to do is get 1 point on her before she attains 5, so as not to go through an entire match with each girl and like really tire her out and really bore her. And the whole stipulation is, if you lose, well, number one, you're not going to make it part of the main team we're going to go into the tournaments with. But also, you're going to have to wear these cat ears. Again, touching upon that fetishistic nature that this character has whimsically. It's not like uber pervy, but she is using Munemune's well endowments as a bust pillow and all this kind of stuff, and loving it even that much more so, really getting ingratiated to the fact that she, Munemune loses to her and has to wear the cat ears. And it's hilarious, it's cute and funny to me. And of course, by the end of this episode, we're going to see effectively the next oncoming storm of a match, because Agati really feels like she's putting down the team. She's saying, nobody's really represented a challenge enough to me. This is really kind of boring as all hell. How do we expect to even go into the tournaments when none of you are good enough to just get 1 point on me? With her special tactic, which sees her using the backspin of the ball to make it weighty so that if you try to hit that ball in a sort of, regular fashion, as you might just the average ball that is served to you, well, it's going to die mid-swing and just hit that net and fall, dead to the table, all that kind of stuff. And Agati's really kind of miffed about that, understandably so. This is something she's worked for. This is something all of them have worked for, even if they can't accomplish beating the number 1 player in their whole league, within this school. I mean, they've done the best they can to try to hone, to try to perfect and, test themselves and keep themselves motivated. And so for the captain to come back and she is all sleepy-eyed and sort of pervy and saying, you're not good enough, you're kind of boring the hell out of me. Now we're going to have Agati and the captain in the next episode going head-to-head. It's really down to Agati and Coyote both. They're the last two. And I really can't wait to see. I have a loose prediction that, when it's Coyote's turn, she'll probably maybe be able to get that point. She'll probably get into the zone, whatever it is that happens with she and Agati. I mean, that effect that they do when they're talking about their hearts are racing, it's like stroke out time. It freaks me out. That thump and that warping that happens around their bodies. It's expressed as though it's a good, exciting thing, but it kind of really freaks me out. It's like, don't die, please. It's just table tennis. It's just ping pong, for crying out loud. So to have these three top players to really headline going into the tournaments, you know, Kiruka, Agari, and Coyote, that's actually pretty exciting. If you know, Coyote and Agari can really hold their own against each other, and it's mix and match, you know, depending on each individual game, which one of them is going to win, they are well matched. And then they have this team captain who is pretty on par with them, if not even better. Yeah, you know, that to me is an exciting prospect. I can't wait to get into the tournament aspect of the story and see what schools they're going to go up to, and if we'll actually get a calling back to the sort of, you know, precursor to the entire series from the first episode that saw that one team who knocked the other out and took the championship, you know, with that sort of baddie Hamada Akimi sort of looking character. I'm really curious to see if this is going to be an opponent toward the end of the series that these girls are going to have to face. And I'm really even that much more uber curious who of these three girls might go up against her. You know, will it be Coyote? Will it be something that she has to rise to a certain, you know, challenge level? Will it be Agari who has to sort of resign herself to the fact that as good as she is, maybe she's not good enough? Or is it going to be the team captain who, you know, it could go either way. I mean, another really good episode, really enjoyed it, loving the characterization, loving the quirky moments, the humorous moments, but I also love that the sport, the table tennis motif is still in full effect. They are not scrimping on the details, they are not scrimping on the challenge aspect of it, the techniques and all that kind of stuff, and it's actually really legitimately exciting to me. So can't wait to see the next episode, and otherwise that'll be pretty much for me on this. Hope this video finds you well, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.